There's an ancient Chinese proverb that says women hold up half the sky. I like this proverb because it confirms that my male-dominated workplaces were full of Swiss cheese holes because no one was holding up women's half of the sky. When I used my female traits to fill in the holes, I was finally lifting it up, but I was also discovering the unique value women bring to the workplace. The idea that women hold up half the sky is new to most of us because we're taught that men hold up the entire sky, and that for women to have equality, we have to fight men and demand that they give us a piece of their sky. But the truth is that we can let men have their piece of the sky because we have our own. And when we lift up our half, we create our own equality. But we also do something even more amazing. We create wholeness. Wholeness is something most of us don't understand because we've never really experienced it. We live in a world that has separated men and women and try to incorporate this separation into our versions of equality. But even if we don't understand wholeness, we know this isn't what it looks like. So to understand wholeness, let's go back to a time when men and women lived and worked together around the home. They needed each other and relied on each other to hold up their half of the sky in order to survive. Today, in our personal lives, we still want two people working together to create a home, family, and a fulfilling personal life. This is what wholeness feels like to us. Fortunately, there's another ancient concept that gives us the interaction we want. Unlike the doctrine of two spheres which separates men and women, yin and yang are connected opposites. Neither is superior or inferior. They continually interact, influence, and control each other. They each need each other to create a dynamic and harmonious whole. If we think about it, this is what we want in the workplace too. Men and women fully integrated and working together. But to do this, we have to acknowledge that men don't hold up the entire sky, and no matter how hard we try, male traits can't make it whole all by themselves. All of our workplaces need women and female traits to create wholeness. This then begs the question, what female traits are we using and what exactly are we doing? Well, let me start by saying, we're certainly not using the stereotypes. When I first asked myself this question, I thought about how my male colleagues behaved, the way they worked, and how I interacted with them to fill in the holes. I began making lists, and over many years and many workplaces, I noticed there was amazing consistency. Industry and geographic location didn't matter. Neither did race or culture. As a matter of fact, in my most diverse workplace, the traits only intensified. Eventually, I compiled the following chart. In keeping with tradition, I used pink for female traits and blue for male traits. The blue zone is full of male traits, male ways of thinking, and male ways of doing things. And as you would expect, most of our workplaces are in the blue zone because they are designed by and run by men. But the blue zone isn't an all-boys club. Far from it. Lots of women are in the blue zone too. This is because as women, we are taught that the blue zone is the right way and the best way for the public sphere to operate. This is why when I researched this chart, I had a hard time finding pink zone workplaces. They were often tucked away in remote offices that men rarely visited. As women, we have a double whammy working against us. First, even though we're in the blue zone, we don't really understand it. Secondly, because we are taught that our pink zone traits aren't valuable, they're underdeveloped and we don't know how to use them. Consequently, many women are stuck in between fearing to be pink and not wanting to be blue. Well, it's time to get unstuck and recognize that as women, we are equally valuable to the workplace and our workplaces need us to assert our female qualities because that's the only way they can achieve wholeness and superior performance. When men and women work together in wholeness, we transform the workplace into something we've never experienced, the workplace we've always wanted. Keep watching this video series as I explain the blue zone, the pink zone, and why only women can lead men to the purple zone. This is Doc Callahan asking you to help me turn the woman in the room into the women in the room. Sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or find The Woman in the Room on Facebook. It's up to you. Just keep watching and sharing my videos.